According to Bloom's, the lowest order of thinking is remembering. Take a pause, at least for a few seconds. Let them think what we are referring to. What says by Bloom's? If students are actually remembering and writing something in examination, rest assured, he is at lowest level of his thinking. He is at lowest level of his thinking. Remembering, that is the lowest level. And what we see across? What do we see across? If you just actually ask any question to 7th standard student, the question of 6th standard, what reply you get? You just actually now experience yourself, and same is applicable even for the higher education. If student is there in the final year, ask actually question to the first year, belong to actually first year, what reply comes? Sir, वो तो exam हो गया ना उसका, वो तो छठवीं में था sir. And graduation people, sir वो तो first year में था, अभी तो final पे पहुंच गया, examination पे हो गया उसका. In majority of the cases, you will get the same answer. So the question comes referring to this Bloom taxonomy. What is happening? They are remembering what we are teaching to them only up to examination. The moment examination is over, in majority of the cases, they understand अब इसका कोई काम नहीं. And that is the beginning of all the problems across. So what Bloom says, followed by remembering, the next level towards the higher order of thinking is understanding. So our role to motivate them. Remembering is equally important, no doubt about it. To understand first. And once they understand, probably we are helping them to grow on their thinking process. So next level says, understand well. There actually your role is. उनके remembering में आपका कोई role नहीं है. Your role actually start in making them understand. Not only that, but what is the next order of thinking? What they understood, they must have that ability to actually apply somewhere in their life, which is one of the very, very important aspects to learn here, my friend. And that's why we are pushing them in the practical projects, taking them to visits. There are so many activities we do for what? Not for the joy, not like they're part of the curriculum. No, there is a vision for it. And if you don't do, they will stuck at least at remembering or understanding level. They will not actually move forward. Now one more point actually we need to actually emphasize here, my dear friend, because that is referred all the time. The teachers are the architect of building the nation. The point came here to actually explain those all points here. And just explain. How to explain? My dear friend, we are all witnessing across our neighbor country China and we as India. We started actually our economy at the same pace 20-25 years back. We are all actually on the same platform. What we are experiencing, we also actually grown up. There is no doubt about it. But at the same time, that country also started actually growing up. And in this all journey, what happened? Our pace of actually growth was less, and they started actually growing with a multiple pace. Why? All just neighbor to us. Why? Because of this Bloom taxonomy I'm telling you. Because their emphasis is not on this. Their emphasis is on this. Whether you got that knowledge to apply or not. Their entire economy, their entire system, their entire channelization of the classroom learning is depend upon to create students to apply. And that's why the entire world, my dear friend, that is the only country focusing so much on application part of their learning. Though that doesn't mean there's any provision in our education system. There is a provision right from the beginning. But by design or whatever actually maybe the reason for it, we restricted our all entire education system only to this 2 level, and that's why we are struggling very badly to create this country as a dream country, what actually people they are looking for. So my dear friend, this is the point which we need to raise with all conviction, and there is a truth, nothing lie. So we need to develop that intrinsic kind of learning in the student. What is the value of application? Award, reward, recognition, everything actually comes to every individual, and that contribute to the nation, that contribute to the society in a very big way. कहाँ से आती है इकोनॉमी के? बाहर से तो आके को हमको देने वाला नहीं. We have to actually generate our own economy. That is called self-reliant. How long actually we are going to refer our country as a developing country? Since birth actually we are hearing the same. And I don't know actually how many births are required to hear the same. So mind well, my dear friends, since you are a teacher, guide and mentor for them, you have to actually nurture this environment. Nobody can do this. That is one part of it. Then what other part of it? Now see, if you just actually move forward towards the higher order of thinking, analysis, evaluation, and we reach to the last, that is the highest order of thinking, that is creating something, creativity. The question comes, and ask this question to them. Tell me, my dear friend, when we are referring to the name of countries like USA, Germany, China, Japan, Britain, or so many other countries, you can actually certainly take a name. We refer this country as what? They will reply, sir, they are the all developed country. Self-reliant economically, they are very sound. Any doubt on this? No. And ask this question, why they are so sound? Why they are so developed? Why they are actually so strong? Why they are so strong? Because of this higher order of thinking, creating something new, innovation, invention, research, creating something on their own that makes that country so proud and so independent, so strong. This is the power of having this Bloom taxonomy if you implement in the classroom. You can generate waves of those all 65% population who are going to now go under you. You are going to be a mentor for them. Your value is so much. You can contribute this country enormously. कहाँ से आता पैसा? Invention. कहाँ से आता पैसा? Record, recognition, award. Have you seen any time the Nobel prizes are actually given to only those who have a lot of money with them? Otherwise, सारे Nobel prize हमारे इंडिया में आ जाते हैं. But that is not the case. Always remember, my dear friend, highest regard and respect goes to only those people who are inventing something new, doing actually research, doing actually something, creating something on their own. And that happens in the classroom, not out of the classroom. That is in your hand. Let us see what APJ Abdul Kalam says about it. He keep referring since long time. Time has actually come to implement this. Let us see what he says about it. And show this to you.
When I see all teacher friends, I see in front of me a source of creativity. After all, the young boy, first year boy or girl, or 10th year boy or girl, why they have come to your class? They want to understand creativity. Because children have got creativity. Whether we have got a capacity to bring out the creativity of the children, that's a teacher's quality. Repeat it me, all of you. Will you repeat? Creativity. Creativity. You have not taken breakfast today. Creativity. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge makes you knowledge makes you okay, repeat it me. Knowledge makes you great. Mahan, you become Mahan. Knowledge makes you Mahan. Okay? Now, how many great people for the planet Earth, the great teachers have created? After all, of course there are exceptions are there. Exceptions are there. You know, the Faraday discovered electricity. You see that? The bulb is burning. He discovered electricity. But he didn't do application of the electricity. He went through the total education system, primary, secondary, higher education, Faraday, and then he did research in the laboratories and found Faraday's law. Okay? Now, electricity comes. But when you see the light, when you see the bulb, you remember one person. Who did that? Very good answer, Thomas Alva Edison. He did not go to school. He did not go to high school. He did not go to college. He did not go anywhere except Faraday's volume 1, volume 2, volume 3 books in the library. Library has become his education center for Thomas Alva Edison. When he was a 9 years boy, Thomas Alva Edison said, I will electrify the whole of New York. At that time, like us, they were also using the oil lamp and candles. Today, thanks to Thomas Alva Edison, the whole world is electrified. Okay? So friends, you are the creators of creativity. The teacher job, you have to create such creative people. Friend, teachers create beautiful minds.
So my dear friend,
Teachers create.
this clipping having its own value and worth, and you can certainly share this with your participant. Creativity. And mind well, creativity is always an indiscipline. Creativity, you can certainly elaborate a little bit about the creativity, because no guarantee they will really understand what is the meaning of creativity. Creativity is nothing but the thought actually comes in mind out of thinking. Correct? And it is always in discipline. Can we actually say like this, this is the time, 11 to 12, don't disturb me, this is my creative time. Let them actually have some humor also at the same time. No. Any time actually any thought may come in your mind. But mind well, all thoughts, whether it is a good or bad, every thought is having certain value. Because all the invention actually across what we see, they invented actually from the out of blue of their thoughts. So no thought is good and bad. Correct? Creativity is like this. We'll move forward. Oh, what is happening? Yes, this is one of the very important slides. Now, after actually having explained this Bloom's taxonomy, creating a platform, how actually we can help students actually now think and create something. Now this is one of the very important slides. Because we are addressing to whom? We are addressing to the teacher. Ask and throw this question to them. There must be a lot of actually teacher in your life, correct? The moment actually you take this word, there must be a lot of actually teacher in your life who falls in this category, to whom you like the most. Now see the facial expression, you will find they feel very happy about it. Then this is a time. This is a time to actually motivate them. If there are a lot of actually teacher who falls in this category, don't you think that, my dear friend, when we are addressing and talking about the teacher's development, I want to actually understand why those all teachers are so favorite to you and why you are liking them. Ask few questions. Why you like them so much? Write it down, those all points actually what we are referring. Let it be complete whiteboard, no problem. They will be so enthusiastic. They will be so interested to share all good thing about their teachers. And you have to just jot it down, all the points actually what they are referring. And you will find at the end, this entire whiteboard is full of everything. And then emphasize, how I contribute anything in this? No, my contribution is not there. Only you stated that whatever the quality was there in my teacher, I am just reflecting on the whiteboard. And ask them, don't you think that if you follow this all, the way we remember actually your teacher, your student also will remember you as a good teacher? Keep motivating them. And even you can actually go to that extent. My dear friend, we share so many things in your life. Whatever actually comes, either in the WhatsApp and Facebook, this is your all creation. This is all actually your emotion. This is all your experience, all actually good about your teacher. Don't you think that? Take a snap of it and share with all other students and your fellow colleagues. They will feel, yes, there is a worth in it. And help them, if you have a mobile, take that clipping and share with the people and keep that with you and keep sharing as and when time permits. They will be more than delighted. This will certainly help you to connect with them. This will certainly help institute to connect with them because we are touching their heart. And at the same time, throw this more question. My dear friend, I appreciate your remembrance to those people to whom actually you admire and appreciate in your life. But you must have having experience of this kind of teacher also. What are those teachers? To whom you don't like. Yes or no? Yes. So remember them also. What is wrong in remembering? So remember those all teachers whom you don't like and remember why you don't like them. And don't write anything on the blackboard regarding this bad part of teacher and just trigger this certain question and ask them why you don't like, and you will come across a lot of bad qualities of all those teachers because of they don't like them and trigger the thoughts in their mind. Now see, my dear friend, you yourself actually experiencing if teacher actually conduct like this, you don't like them. And since actually we are working on this, how to actually develop ourselves, better to remove this all from your mind and just actually focus on those qualities which will make your life as a teacher. Correct? This will certainly help them. Let us see here, my dear friend, the teacher of teacher APJ Abdul Kalam. Because now see, this exercise will take some time, at least half an hour it will take, because writing down everything, motivating them to come out actually with all more ideas, it will take time. Here I am finishing in just few seconds, but now at the time of actually conducting this exercise, it will take at least half an hour. Then just actually motivate them with this video. Now see what APJ Abdul Kalam says about his own teacher. This will certainly motivate them.
Ideal teacher, after meeting 18 million youths, mostly students, and nearly thousands of teachers, I have written down what is an ideal teacher, what is the specification of ideal teacher, or what is the characteristics of ideal teacher. Some days back I met a teacher who has become a role model to all the students. I asked him, what was the secret of his success? He told me the following. Number one, the teacher has been able to adapt himself to the age of the student. He told me, the successful teacher told me, he has been able to adapt himself to the age of the student. Very difficult. The teacher says, I practice everything I expect from the student to do. I practice everything what student want to learn from me. Teacher ensure transparency in all his transactions and teach all students alike irrespective of which religion, caste, language and the economic status. He doesn't care whether the student is come from village or a big gun, sons of or daughters of big gun or small gun, he doesn't care. Student is a student. I hope you are all treating your children like that. Now he has a foresight, teacher has got a foresight and visualizing the student growth in long-term perspective. After all, Sasi Raman or Chandrasekhar Subramaniam or Srinivasa Ramanujam, they are all students. They classed finally. They were the primary school, secondary school, high school, then they went to college. And during the 11 years of tenure, the teacher told me, during the 11 years tenure, he ensured at least the students who are average performers have been grouped to excel in their studies. Normally teacher will grow habit, because I also teach. You have first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, fifth rank in the class. You are give performance. Whereas the backbenchers, you don't worry about it. But he says, during the last 11 years of tenure, the teacher has ensured at least 2,000 students who were average performers have been grouped to excel in their studies. What a vision. That's real teacher. Real teacher is not making the first rank fellow getting another 5% more, 10% more. The 20% fellow, 40% fellow, how do you make 80% fellow? That's a real teacher. How many of you do that? How many of you do that? How many of you do that? Achha, you do it, I'll catch you if you don't do it.
So my dear friend, so sweet of him. The way of his expression was really so motivating inside. Just leave apart right now. Don't you think that is applicable to us also? Since we are all teachers, basically we are all teachers. So before actually we tell somebody, we need to actually implement even actually our own institute. And feel very proud and lucky, I'm telling you, at least actually we are getting those students who are mediocres. And God is looking at you because you got an opportunity and platform to improve yourself and your skills and help them to move from certain level to a little better level. And real challenge lying in that. And always say, thanks to God for this, at least you got this opportunity to serve them, to live their life or actually make their life. Mind matter. So share actually this clipping with them. Not only that, I have actually few more clipping because ultimately this all clipping is going to actually motivate them because you are the mediator. You are the mediator, we have a lot of limitations. We don't have that authority to tell them because we don't have that much of expertise. Neither actually we have contributed enough actually in this area. Let him actually contribute. Now see, I have a few more clipping. Let us actually share this all clipping with you.
Now friends, finally I will say the relation between the teacher and the student is very unique. This is my life. A teacher lives through the entire life journey of a student. Because near 17 years, you are up to high school 10 plus 2. After first class itself, the boy joins the school. He spends 25,000 hours in the school campus. 25,000 hours, boy or girl, they are up to first class to 10 plus 2. That means he is go through various type of teachers. That 25,000 hours. So that hours, very precious hours. What transformation you are doing, the child. He can be a great lawyer. She can be a great teacher. And he can be a great political leader. She can be a great scientist. He can be a great public societal worker. But all of them needs finally a man of character and lady of virtues. And imagine that is the teacher's job. Teacher not only teaching calculus and science, but also the your way of life. The teacher is born. The teacher really transforms the child. Because don't think that your your student does not know about you. He knows, she knows whole your life. If you separately smoke, you will know my teacher smokes. Okay? And he knows all the teacher's habits. When you stand in the classroom, when you put the chalk piece, when you take in your hand, or in her hand, teacher, the boy is watching you, or girl is watching you, your life. A transparent life, a great teacher of knowledge. That's what students visualize from you. Now friends, I just see a scene. School having 50 teachers, 750 students headed by a principal. How many principals are here? No principal. Lift your hand. Boldly lift. Okay, I saw that. So that school I visualizing because I happened to see the school. 750 students, 50 teachers, and the principal. It is simply a place of beauty for creativity. I have observed somewhere in Jharkhand. I saw. It is simply a place of beauty for creativity and learning. How is it possible? Because The school management and the principal select the teachers who love teaching, not searching for the employment. The teachers come for teaching, who love teaching, who love teaching.
So my dear friend, actually with this we can actually certainly motivate our participant there how to actually become a good teacher. And now see the statement actually come in is said by APJ Abdul Kalam. What is said? I believe there is no other profession in the world that is more important to the society than that of a teacher. And that is very true. Correct? And motivate them to feel very proud. Being they are all teacher, make them realize yes, they are very important for the society. My dear friend, followed by this exercise. How many of you know this exercise? Because I conducted several times with the people across. Very fine, no problem. I will just actually explain what exercise is all about and very effective exercise I am telling you. They start actually realizing their worth. They start actually realizing what kind of problem actually they are creating in the classroom when they are dealing actually with the students. Correct? Should we conduct this exercise again? Yeah? Yes, very effective exercise I am telling you. But for what actually I want one teacher to come, anybody for that matter who feels so, they can actually justify with this role. Come on, because time is running fast and I have to now do a lot of the work. Yeah, please sir, please give him a very big applause. Likewise, actually, you have to do even your session also. Motivate them and ask a certain question. Question like what? Oh, who feels so? Who is the best teacher here available? I want to now invite those all the best teacher available. And probably you may get response. Sir, everybody is good, but I want best out of best. Throw the challenge to them, and you will find nobody comes up. Then in that situation, then actually we have to nominate somebody. Because ultimately the training or session is about the challenging their own thoughts, correct? So we have to keep challenging their own ability. The way actually he is tuned up, please I can have a very big applause for him. Sir, please come. Fast as possible, your role will be important there. So these are actually 5 squares. These are 5 squares. Just actually explain them how to draw this. On the basis of the explanation, there are certain conditions. It's going to take that session for next 5 minute time, but your role is important. You are a student. Whatever actually Vishal, there are certain conditions apply. Whatever actually Vishal says to you, you have to actually follow in toto. And while explaining this, Vishal sir will not be looking at you. You can certainly look at him, there is not a problem, but he will not be looking at you. And another good news, he will not be asking any question to you. Neither you are allowed to actually ask any question to him. Such an ideal situation. And there is only time bar. Let him actually take his own time. Okay? Ready for it? And no noise, no voice, just actually focus on your work. And the people who did this exercise prior to this, kindly actually keep yourself calm. Okay? I will give you that mic.
I have 5 squares and they are vertically aligned. And first square, which is on the top, draw 1 square on the top side. Second square should be below to that, but something left hand side aligned, but it should be connected to first square. Third square, which is below to the second square, it should be 45-degree inclined, which should be 45-degree inclined and should be connected to second square. Fourth square, it should be horizontal square and it should touch to the corner of third square. Center of fourth should connect to the third square at one corner. Next, fifth corner is 90-degree inclined, just like I said, and it is connected to
No voice.
it is connected to 4 square at left hand corner of 4 square.